Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Friday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedist, you go to Brock. You need a roof, you call the winner of the best roofing company in the best of Baton Rouge Parish Construction and Roofing. Unique physique, unique aesthetics and wellness, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, and Bocock Brothers Premium Cigars. Code MAT15, MAT15, MAT15 for 15% off your order. Okay, what's up, y'all? Hope your Friday's off to an awesome start. Baseball Tigers have gotten their first two portal editions. And I tell you, you can there's a lot of places where you can go to get opinions and things like that. I am giving you info that I know. So, if you've been following along, I've told you the players in the portal that LSU is targeting that I am aware they are targeting. Right? Not. I think they might. I think this guy would be a good fit or whatever. I'm telling you guys that I know that they're going after. So I told you about Landon Hood, pitcher from Gonzaga. Very candidly, I knew a couple of days ago he was already committed. So, but let him put out his commitment announcement and all that stuff. He's the right-handed pitcher from Gonzaga, 6'3", mid-90s. Will give LSU a good, proven. He was the West Coast Conference Freshman of the Year. Good, proven reliever who comes in and immediately gives you innings out of the bullpen, replaces some of those innings you're going to lose from guys like Sheeran and Cowan. And, Rizzi's obviously in the portal. Some of those guys, your Garcia, you may be losing as well. And then we told you yesterday as well about Dawson Park. So talked about him on AFR yesterday. I think we talked about him on Morning Scone as well. Not sure if I included him in my I'm pretty sure I included him in my Locked On episode that dropped today as well. But he was one that visited, and I know they liked and wanted as they're looking to replace infielders, and they added him. So Park is a guy who had two really productive seasons at Texas State. This year, he was their leader in home runs and RBI when he left the team. So Tiger Baseball here said, not sure I like Dawson Park. He got kicked off Texas State for fighting coaches and teammates. So if you go read the story, and look, I don't cover Texas State. I'm not there. All I can do is I can read the same story y'all read, and that, there's two sides to every story. So I'll see how that one reads. But the story is that they were playing a game late in the season, and Park flies out, and it's a game that, for all intents and purposes, looks like it's going to end their season, their postseason opportunities. And as he's coming off the field, he and a teammate get into it. Apparently, Park had to be escorted out of the locker room and all, and then he was dismissed, kicked off, left, whatever the case may be. So it ended poorly there. My question is, do you trust Jay Johnson doing the evaluation of the player, the person, the character, bringing him into the program? And if the answer to that is yes, then okay. So I would say I trust Jay did his due diligence there and knows the type of player and person they're bringing into the locker room. And so I'd be okay with it. I think he'll certainly answer that question. Not only Jay, but I'm sure Dawson will have to answer that question as well. But you're getting a guy that is a really productive infielder, can play any of the three spots in the middle infield or third base. And so if you get Stephen Milam back, awesome. Then Dawson Park competes with Ruckert for second or Pearson for third. If Milam signs a pro contract, well, now you've got Ruckert and Park as options for the middle infield, and I don't think they're done, recruiting and looking there as well. So anyway, first two portal additions for LSU baseball are in, with certainly more to come. So, all right. I am trying. Please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. If you're on podcast, please subscribe on your favorite podcast app. We appreciate that greatly as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share this story from LouisianaSports.net on my text line, and then we'll get to all of your questions. So please fire away questions, any of the stuff that you got. We appreciate you as always for being here with us. Questions, comments. Back home from Lake Charles, did AFR in Lake Charles yesterday. I had a client dinner afterwards and then crashed, woke up at 5 a.m. and drove back to BR. So glad to be back. So, all right, we'll say some good mornings here. Please smash the like button if you would. Tiger Poppy, good morning. Hang on, texting Erica real quick. Supercar School. Morning, Matt. Great meeting you yesterday. Sweet seeing Gordy, Heath, and Locketcher come out and support as well. No Kiffin, but that's all right. Hey, man, great to meet you. If I remember correctly, I met a lot of people yesterday. Remember correctly, you were with your dad. Your dad came as well. It was great to meet you guys, man. God, I hope I have it right. I'm pretty sure it's Luke. I hope I have it right. Tell me if I got your name right. If I've missed out, I'm picturing you, and I'm almost positive it's Luke. I hope I got that right. But yeah, one of the really cool things going out there yesterday was getting. I say this often, and I mean it sincerely. We had that convo. Like, we all spend this time together every morning here, and I know it's just me talking, but y'all are all a part of my day, just like I'm a part of yours. So I'm really, really grateful for y'all. And man, there was so many. Casey Smith, got to meet Casey yesterday. He came out, watched some of the show. And Casey, I felt bad too, man, because you walked up like, Brian, it was about 20 minutes before air, man. And I get like so in that zone where I'm like, it's a sprint to, nailed it. It's a sprint to the start of the show. So, but I appreciate it, man. It's great to shake your hand and meet you and say hello. So thanks so much for coming by yesterday, man. We'll look forward to getting back to Lake Charles soon, man. We had a great time yesterday. Hey, Pat, good morning. Thomas, let's go. Good morning. Brad, good morning. Quick question. If they added a buyout clause to every college player's contract, would that slow down the player stealing, if not stop it? I think there's an interesting question about legalities and enforceability. Now, remember the quarterback from University of Washington, Damon Williams, who looked like LSU was going to get in the mix there. And then Washington in the Big Ten held him to his contract, and he was going to have a big buyout. He ended up not leaving. But then you have Darian Mensah, who this is back-to-back years now. Last year was Duke. This year it's Miami, who paid a big buyout to get Mensah out of his deal. So it probably depends on the player, who you're willing to pay, who a school would be willing to pay a buyout for. And then also you think of it this way, would a player be willing to sign a contract if it had that kind of buyout in it? I don't know. So it's not a bad idea, and I think it could act as a deterrent, as we saw in the Damon Williams case. Hey, Kelly, good morning. DJ, good morning from the Best Bank. Shane, what up, Shane? I got to meet Shane yesterday as well. Thank you, dude. Thank you for coming out. Got to meet Shane, his wife, has a little boy with him as well. I mean, so adorable. We got a good picture. So adorable. Smiley, happy little baby, and it was great. Great day to see a lot of y'all yesterday. Got to see Devin yesterday as well. You mess with Matt, you mess with me. It was an honor meeting you. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, you're talking about Alondra. Alondra is awesome. Alondra does a great job as our on-site producer and doing so much for us. So, but yeah, I also got to hear Devin tell me his story face to face of his fall at his hunting camp last year when he shattered his leg and then put his ankle back in place because he was in the middle of nowhere. I'm surprised I didn't pass out just listening to you tell me that story, bro. Like, that is still so wild, but really good to meet you, man. Thank you for coming out. Hey, Brad, good morning. Did you buy more Bitcoin during the dip? Or are you waiting to see the price goes down more? Seems like a great time to buy. So, Brad, I DCA, which is called dollar cost averaging. So I buy every day. I have an auto buy set literally every single day. So yes, I buy the dip. Hey, Rex, if the portal is bare, like basketball, does Jay have a similar Euro league he can pull grown men from? Like, what way he does? No, the rules are different. And obviously, most international players are trying to go play pro ball, not play college ball. So if international guys are being scouted, they're getting scouted by pro ball. Hey, Jake and Jay, we trust. Club, good morning. Landon, morning, Matt. Was listening to AFR the other day. I got to say, CFP Denny sounds way closer to Diddy. That's true. That's true. I got to keep workshopping it. So we had Heather Dinich on the show, and we're trying to come up with a nickname for her. Like Joe Lenardi is Joey Brackets. So we're like, do we do Denny, like Heather Dinich, Denny Brackets, or CFP Denny? So we're trying to come up with a nickname for Heather Dinich. I have to see her in Tampa at SEC Media Days and run by her. Hey, James, good morning. Phil, good morning from the Woodlands. Flew in from Asheville to visit the family for a few days. Missed AFR from Lake Charles. We'll check it out on YouTube. Hope you have a great day. Thank you, Phil. Was a great day. Had a great show. Kristen Lockacher came by on site. We had Heath Schroyer came by on site as well for a couple segments to talk basketball. I'm pretty confident they're going to get the international players eligible. So, hey, Lynn. Marrero. There we go. Hey, Dad. Good morning. Brad, I heard another host say most employees have non-compete clause for a year if they leave. Therefore, college players should have to sit out for a year if they transfer. What do you think about that take? Well, if you want to put that language in a contract, okay. But remember, the thing you've got to remember here, Brad, is they are not employees. That's the difference. Like, we think of them as employees and we think of this as pay for play, but what they are signing are NIL deals. Even revenue share technically is an NIL deal because that gives the school the opportunity to use that player's name, image, and likeness to promote them through their internal things. So they are not legally employees. So that would probably not hold up in court. Survive 623. Morning, Matt. Looking forward to meeting you when you come to Lafayette again. I'll be there soon, Jason. Can't wait for it. Survivor's remorse. Dislike the kid flip, but got secondhand embarrassment how the fans acted towards the kid. I assume you're talking about Jaden Bryant, the edge who flipped. Yeah, man. I mean, so fan base on Twitter upset about a kid flipping acts out. Also, the sun rose in the east today. The sky is blue and the grass is green. I hear you, man. I hear you. My message would be simply, it just doesn't matter as much as it used to. Recruit other guys or go in the portal. Hey, Michael, good morning. Lance, after all the buzz from small schools last year, it's hard to get excited about these guys from the non-P4 conferences. And then I could remind you about Anthony Ianson, who came from UC San Diego, and Daniel Dickinson, who came from Utah Valley. Let's see. Also, didn't think it was smart idea to troll LSU, considering in the portal era, one could get replaced by the new hot player. Oh, you're talking about Bryant trolling LSU, which is what I assume he was doing, but it's a kid. Hey, Rick, good morning. Great seeing you yesterday. So Rick here yesterday asked for parish construction and roofing shirts. So I did, in fact, run by the parish office before I hit the road to Lake Charles, grabbed a few shirts, and was able to hand them off to Rick before the show yesterday at AFR. Rick, great to see you. Gordy told me, I was at dinner with us afterwards, that you all got to talk and exchange some notes and maybe some leads and stuff like that. So glad that worked out as well. Let's see. Any buzz you're hearing around football recruiting? Feel something big is looming with hardly any reaction losing the 5-star this week. Well, I think the thing that's important to remember is you've got, last week you had a 5-star in Abraham Cisse on campus, and this week you got a 5-star in KJ Green on campus. So if you end up landing one of those 5-star edge rushers, you just basically traded Jaden Bryant for one of them. I don't know if they're going to land one of them. I hope they do. And if they don't, they'll go in the portal and add somebody after the year. Hey, Michael Cook, good morning. LSU Melly, good morning. Haven't seen our portal King J post any Tigers yet. I think he's out of practice. Have a great day. Maybe so. Maybe he's traveling all over and hosting guys and getting on planes and going to see guys. And I think Jay is very displeased with how the season went and is going to work really hard to make sure that doesn't happen again. Gumptious, excited to have media days in Tampa. Any of the shows going to be open to the public? No. So you have to be credentialed to get into the facility. When we used to do media days at the Hyatt, the Winfrey, the Hyatt Regency in Hoover, all those years, Bama fans would take a day off of work and like just crowd the lobby and wait for guys to walk through and get pictures and autographs. So, I mean, you could do that. You can go probably stand in the lobby of the hotel and wait for players or coaches or media to walk by. But as far as like fans getting into Radio Row or they call it Digital Drive now. No, you got to be credentialed. Hey, Club. Club, I did read this one on air the other day, and it kind of got shot down. The CFP and HD, and I get it. HD Heather Dancer, I got it, but I thought it was a little wordy, maybe a little confusing. It kind of was, kind of not. Didn't go over great. Danny Vision. Hey, Mark. Good morning. My daughter and I just got back from the Women's College World Series. It was electric. Sure wish our Tigers could make it back. It was, we were, I know the finals were on last night, and it's so impressive how they continue expanding that stadium. I mean, they just keep building decks on top of decks there in Oklahoma City. It's pretty incredible. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Cypress Break, morning, Matt. Hoping Verge could get you a couple long-form interviews with Kiffin and Jay. Would love to hear you interview them. So Jay's always been great with his time, and he's always willing to come on. And I'm sure there will be a time when we're able to do that at some point this offseason. Have tons of respect for Jay professionally, personally. He's been awesome. Lane just doesn't do much media, not local media. I think from his standpoint, he probably looks at it like if he wins, fans locally will like him. If he loses, fans locally won't. And what he probably wants to do, maybe more so, is help control and configure a narrative nationally, which is why you'll see him talk to Chris Lowe or do the Vanity Fair piece or Pardon My Take. So I would love to do a long-form interview with Lane. I'd love to do any interview one-on-one with Lane. And I'll keep asking, but I don't know that he's down for that. You know. Hey, Jim, good morning. Some of those non-P4 guys now playing the majors. True. Hey, look at this. Devin and Casey were sitting together at the table at Walk-Ons next where we were set up yesterday. It's great. They got to meet each other yesterday. We're bringing morning sconers together. I love it. Let's see. Is 8:30 your new start time? No. Oh, by the way, so next week, Drew starts camp at St. Lillian, and drop-off time is 8:30. So we'll probably be probably leave the house at 8. So we'll probably be live at like 7 to 7:30, like maybe 7:15 ish. So somewhere in that 7 o'clock range, probably. Hey, Bubba, good morning. Insured by Big. Good morning, Scone fam. Always watch, unable to catch live most days. We always appreciate you for being here whenever you can. Thank you so much, man. Hey, Dalen Foreman. Good morning, Matt. To me, it makes sense for Milam to come back. If he does come back, do you think Dawson Park will be playing for third base? If Milam comes back, I think Park would be competing for second or third, and I don't think they're done looking to add guys as well. When you go 9-21, nothing should feel given to anyone except, Stephen Milam coming back. He's going to be your starting shortstop if he does. But I think you have to prepare for the possibility of him not and hope for the possibility of him returning.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
Right. Parish Construction and Roofing. Remember, if you need an orthopedist, you go to Brock. You need a roof, you call Parish. It has been raining cats and dogs out there, y'all. If you find out you got issues with your roof, we'd love to help you out at Parish Construction and Roofing. Remember, the Louisiana Department of Insurance has expanded their Fortified Roof Grant Program. The portal is open right now to apply for the lottery. 3,000 homeowners will be selected for a grant up to $10,000 to be able to install a fortified roof at your home. You can apply at the link to the LDI website is at our website, parishbuilt.com, right at the top of the homepage. Hey, Landon, Denny, like the old Bud Light. Oh, like the Dilly. Yeah. Yep. Dilly. Hey, Gwen, good morning from Matsu Valley. Question, is T. Martin's son here to finish his degree and be near family, or is he competing for a roster spot? Thank you, man. So, no, he's going to be the third quarterback. So remember, the fourth quarterback. So Emil Picarella is transferring, and so, or has transferred to Delta State. So you've got Sam Levitt, Husan Longstreet, Landon Clark as your first three. And so you needed a fourth, basically a camp arm, a scout team guy. And so that's why T. Martin's son is here, replacing the spot vacated by Emil Picarella. I wish LSU fans would realize Kiffin and Glasscock's recruiting philosophy is different, especially in this era. If restrictions are ever imposed, high school recruiting may change. I agree with that. Dead money versus production value. Give me production money all day. That's true. You're not going to go spend money to bring in high school freshmen that won't play immediately and might leave. You can't take a 3, 4, 5-year view with high school prospects. You have to take a 1-year view. You're right, under the current rules. Hey, Seth, good morning. I know Lane doesn't do many interviews. My gosh, I wish he'd come on AFR for at least a segment and give us fans a local interview. Hit him up. Hit him on Twitter. I think he's still paying attention to Twitter, even though he's not tweeting. Let's see. Matt, I'm sure you're approached daily from businesses wanting to sponsor the show. How do you choose who to work with? And are you looking for new partners on here? Well, so I guess I'm always open to conversations. My primary endorsements obviously are on AFR. That's where I have longstanding relationships. That's my biggest audience. That's the biggest show. That's the biggest brand. That's that's my 9 to 5. So that's that. I do this independently. Brock has been with me here for so long, and they also sponsor what we do on 104.5 ESPN. Parish obviously is a company where I'm an equity partner, so they're not paying me. I mean, I'm using this platform to promote Parish. And then everyone else are just businesses I have really good relationships with, that I enjoy working with. Like I really like the Bocock brother guys. Unique Physique is a partner of Goodwood, so it's all in one complex. And so while I endorse Goodwood on AFR, here I endorse Unique Physique and Unique Aesthetics and Wellness to help them grow that side of their business. Of course, y'all know the relationship I have with Crystal Poche over at Restored Motions. So I guess the point is I'm always open to a different conversation, but this is far less. Morning Scone, honestly, for me, is far less about making money on sponsor dollars. It's very much about building this network, this community, this channel, in the event that someday I have another parish, or there's something that I want to promote or I want to talk about that's independent of AFR or Locked on LSU, those sorts of things. So this is something I do because I enjoy doing it. It's not something I do because it makes me a lot of money, if that makes sense. Matt, why are SEC Media Days in Tampa? Is Florida that close to Tampa? No, that's not that. I think they're moving around the footprint of the SEC. Like a couple of years ago, it was in Dallas. I mean, University of Texas and Texas A&M aren't exactly like suburbs of Dallas. So, I think they're just trying to move it around to new locations, different media markets. So I keep moving it. Why did Klaus leave? Yeah, no, I mean, I think you see the writing on the wall, right? I mean, Ruckert beat him out this year among the freshmen. Milam could come back. They just added Dawson Park, and I think they're not done adding infielders as well. When my son was younger, he would point out HD on screen and call her Heather DeGrinch. He misheard her name once. DeGrinch, that's funny. I'll tell her that when I see her in Tampa. American Patriot, when do we get to meet your niece again? I look forward to that segment. They're great kids. Yeah, so we leave for the beach. So I will be in New York for the Barrett Sports Media Conference. I leave on Tuesday, June 30th. I'm there for the conference Wednesday, July 1st. I fly home Thursday, July 2nd. And then Friday, July 3rd, we head to the beach. So July 4th, I guess, will be the first time that we're at the beach doing the show. So on 4th of July is when y'all will see them. Hey, Gumptious, good morning, Scone. Morning Scone reconnected me with an old friend from back home after living outside the state for 20 years. Love that. Look at that, man. It's awesome. Beach vacation for family members and great golfing. Let's go. Dalen, do you think Berrien is a sleeper that can make an impact this year at receiver? I think Berrien Brown is not only going to make an impact at receiver, I think he will make an immediate impact in the return game. I think he's the plug-and-play replacement for Rashid Shaheed. I think he will be the day one punt and kick returner for the Saints. Craig, basketball school, boot up, we ride. Let's see. If you get approved by LDI Fortified Roofing, contact your current insurance agent carrier. Discounts and improved coverage options may be available. That is true. It's one of the great benefits of installing a fortified roof is that most insurance, and the reason is, listen, if you get a fortified roof, you may still have roof damage. Storm comes, you can blow shingles and whatever. But what it does is adds an extra layer of security underneath the shingles, the decking. And so that way, the idea is to prevent water intrusion in your home. Because from an insurance company's perspective, replacing the roof is one thing. When it gets really, really expensive is, okay, now you have water in the home and you're cutting sheetrock and now you're replacing contents if you damage furniture or TVs or electronics, wiring. So the fortified roof helps prevent water intrusion. So that's why insurance companies are willing to give a discount to people who haven't installed a fortified roof. Dwayne, good morning. Doug Bocock is a fraternity brother of mine. Very happy for his success. I knew a much different Bocock at LSU in 2005. Doug's a great guy, man. I really enjoyed to get to know Doug and Sarah and Bryant and the whole gang. They're awesome people. Like, I love their product. That's a great example, right? Like, I don't mind telling you, it's like they don't pay me an ad fee. I like them. I really like their product. I love their brand. I love what they're doing. They're LSU guys. They're doing something cool in a space that I like. So they send me product, and we have a good relationship. And so, I'll kick them mentions, and they did the discount code for our audience, so you all can benefit off the discount code. Get 15% off. So those are the types of things I like doing. SEC Media Day should be in New Orleans. Kenneth, I'm certain it will be. Hopefully sooner than later, but it'll rotate there for sure. Let's see. Gainesville is 2 hours from Tampa. Slive is like, hello, Florida State. Slive's not the commissioner anymore. Are you doing anything NOLA in the future? I always love getting down to New Orleans. We have been trying for nearly 2 years now to get the show back on in New Orleans. It is when I say weekly, I mean, it is a weekly conversation we have about what options might be there as the media landscape changes and how we can get back on terrestrial radio in New Orleans. And it's something we always look at and think of. And I'm always willing to do shows in New Orleans, of course. Hey, Lynn, let's see. Does LSU invest NIL money in the track and field? No. Matt, what part of the state does AFR not air in? What are they waiting for? Well, we go as far north as Alexandria. We've been in conversations several times with a couple of potential affiliates in Shreveport, and they've made a different program decision each time. So what it is. And then we were on in New Orleans. That the affiliate sold that station. They flipped the format. So we've been looking for almost 2 years now for another New Orleans affiliate. So let's see. Any prediction on the new pitcher Hood? Is he Ianson or Anderson level? No, I think he's going to be a reliever. He's coming in to be a reliever. 6'3", mid-90s, but that's a guy that's not being brought in to be a starter. He'll be a bullpen guy. Gerald, good morning. I know I'm a little late. How'd your golf game go? Went well. I mean, I didn't score well, but I told y'all I knew I wasn't going to score well. The first round of golf I'd played in 3 years. But the most important thing is we had a great time. I made it through upright. Definitely got fatigued in the back nine, was very sore the next day. Everett and I haven't played in so long and taken so many swings, but I had a great time. Looking forward to getting back out there again. Hey, Jay, good morning. Watching from Ardmore, Oklahoma. St. John's Eve. Philip. I'd imagine JJ being very selective on portal additions after last year's blunder. I mean, I think he was selective last year. They just missed. I think the evaluation has to be right. Abner, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, y'all think we're about done? Okay, let's bounce out of here. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. If you're on podcast, please subscribe on your favorite podcast app, rate us, leave a review. Locked on LSU is live. So, candidly, I recorded Locked on LSU yesterday before AFR. So, if you go listen to Locked on LSU, did that show before Landon Hood had gone public with his commitment and Dawson Park. So, those commitments have now come public, but we talked about it on the show. So, please go check it out, and we'll see you.